It's 4 o'clock on a Thursday, and that means we're only one day away from Friday. Yay! And it's time for another exciting episode of Taxi's Quarantini Happy Hour. Woohoo! Today with another exciting visit from Mr. Jason Blume. Yeah, baby! And thank you, fake audience. Thank you, fake band. Man, they feel tight today. All right, let's see who's in that chat room. Get myself situated here. Block out that door, which is pretty darn hard. And there we are. Hello, chat room. Dan Weber, Bob Gunnerfeld, Darren Moss. I should have this list memorized by now. Ed Smarone, Dan Weber, Jesse J. Peck, Edmund Red, Rick Cabot Podmore, Darren Fletcher, Martin Gravel. Ooh, there's one from northern Norway. Uwe or Ove Shai? We'll have to work on that pronunciation. Anyway, welcome to the show. Welcome to the chat room. Randy Statton, Dean Turner. Hello, everybody. So, yeah, Jason Blume's going to join us in a couple of minutes. I'll give him a call. Let's see. Hello, Tony. How are you? And Dean Turner. What did I want to tell you? Oh, you know why today is exciting? Hello, Christopher. Today is exciting because I have confirmed that I'm getting a haircut Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Woohoo! Yeah, baby. Look at that. It's starting to really pile up. Hello, Andre. How are you? I got about 3 emails yesterday saying, you should do a fishing show. That's funny to me. Oh, yeah, that's right. Andre, I've got to turn you on to a YouTube channel. I can't even think of the name of it right now, but it's a young lady from Florida and her boyfriend or husband, and they post YouTube videos every day. She's really good at fishing, but she's an attractive young lady and really, really skinny, and man, when she pulls in those fish, you just see like she's got no body fat, just the muscles in her arms and her back and stuff. She's legit. She's a great fisher person. I'm not even going to call her a fisher lady. Yeah, no more self haircuts. I've been doing the sides, and I attempted to do the top one time. Hello, Marcus. It's the back. I've got a mullet going on back there. Hello, Cass. How are you? So I am very excited to get rid of the mullet. And there goes the squirrel. It's like the squirrel. I've got to turn off the ringer or the buzzer. The squirrel knows when I'm starting the show. It's like he goes out. We have a loquat tree on that side of the house, and the squirrel's nest is over there. So every day about this time when the sun goes down on that side of the house, the squirrel's like, yeah, I can go eat. And I think there are actually 2 or 3 of them that are all siblings. They're fairly young squirrels, but anyway. No squirrel relocation allowed at the Lasco residence, only gophers. Even my wife is now anti-gopher, which is cool. Yeah, Cass, you're right. Loquats. The problem is we literally get like 3 loquats. The squirrels just devastate them. Yeah, the squirrel does know. All right, so you guys ready? You love her? Yes, Tony, I love her. Darcizzle, yes. Darcizzle offshore. Yep, that's the one. I've been following her channel for a couple of years and just love their videos. Man, they're so real, so authentic, and just love the fishing they do. It's all like mostly South Florida stuff, which is where I love to fish, there in Cancun. Anyway, let's call Mr. Blume and see how he's doing. There he is. Aloha, Jason. How are you?
Better than I deserve. How about you, Michael?
Also better than I deserve. I was just telling the folks on the show I'm excited. I've got a haircut appointment Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock.
Wow.
My mullet in the back of my head is going to be competition for your rat tail or whatever you call your little braid thing. It's
Well, I
amazing.
could probably beat you because I have not shaved since February or gotten a haircut.
Really? Wow, I've
Yes.
never seen you with a beard before. You'll have to send me
And
a shot after the
it's
show.
a, it's a big old bushy beard. I look like Robinson Crusoe.
Well, when Deb was out of town and I was getting a little lonely, I kept thinking of Tom Hanks in whatever that Castaway movie. And
Yeah.
at some point, I was going to order myself a soccer ball and paint Wilson, the bloody handprint on the side of the ball. And then I found
Yeah.
out they actually sell those, that the movie company licensed the image, and
Oh
Wilson.
my
Yeah,
God.
and Wilson actually made that ball, so I ordered one, and Wilson has been
Oh
my
my
guest
God.
star on the show a couple of times. I actually sent my wife a picture. I put Wilson on her pillow in the bed and said, "That's all right, honey. You don't need to come home. I've got company."
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Anyway, oh, by the way, everybody, I want to let you know that I actually looked up Quarantini recipes. I think we need to have a Quarantini day. And Quarantinis are mostly made with emergency, that vitamin C powder, and gin or vodka and a slice of orange. So I think we might have to do a Quarantini show on the Quarantini Happy Hour. Just saying. So anyway, Jason, we're excited to have you back. I want to say thank you to all the folks who submitted stuff. Do you want to do a little refresher course about what we're doing so that anybody who watches the show that they know what's going on?
Absolutely. Basically, what the last show was about was my hammering home that with all of my vast experience, I would have to say that without a doubt, melody is the most important aspect of having a successful song in any genre, because publishers, producers, artists that are listening for songs are not looking at a lyric sheet. I promise you this, because for all the years when I was screening songs for a lot of big country stars and also for RCA Records in LA, I was listening in my car. I was listening, stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic on the 101 freeway. I was not reading a lyric sheet. It either sounds like a smash hit or it doesn't. And I've had producers tell me they don't even look at the lyric. They don't care what the lyric says until they're already convinced they're listening to a smash. Then, sure, they want to be sure it's got a terrific lyric as well. So I talked about the fact that you'll hear plenty of hit songs with mediocre lyrics or lyrics that don't even make any sense, but they accompany incredible melodies. And I hammered home also that includes country songs. I think the biggest mistake people make targeting Nashville is working so hard to get the lyrics perfect and then just settling on the first melody that comes out of their mouth or out of their instrument. And I think that's also the case for other genres as well, but it's the biggest issue in country. So we talked about tools to make melodies burn into the brain. And I talked about the fact that repetition is the key. Repetition is the key. And then I mentioned that repetition is the key. And I'm talking about repeating melodies and rhythms in the vocal melodies, not the backing track necessarily, but I'm talking about what the singer sings, giving them something rhythmically to repeat. And one option is to repeat the exact same melody over and over again with the same chords behind it. Another option is to repeat the same melody but with different chords behind it. But the most common way to get repetition burned into people's brains is to use a rhythm in the vocal melody that keeps repeating, and that rhythm might not have the same notes, but it's the rhythm that you hear over and over and over again. And I asked your listeners, is there a rhythm you can repeat, 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 something you can repeat, repeat? Is there something you can repeat, 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 something you can repeat, repeat? So what I'm doing is re-emphasizing over and over again that same hooky, catchy rhythm. And you can't do that unless you have lines that have the same number of syllables and the emphases in the same place. And I gave the example of the mega hit. If it's, I'm just going to sing the rhythm, not the melody. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. And over again. In every chorus, we hear that rhythm, did it there, emphasized 12 times in every chorus. And I gave some other examples of that as well. And then I demonstrated, I might add brilliantly, how to rewrite melodies while incorporating that kind of repetition. And that's where you, Michael, came up with, there's a virus, come and find us. And I sang it a lot of different ways. And then we gave people the challenge to see who can come up with the strongest melody that incorporates that phrase. So, to rehash what some of the ways you can rewrite a melody, because it's hard. People get melody stuck in their brains, and they're absolutely sure, that's it, I've got the melody now. What do? Well, one option would be to give every syllable an equal note value rhythmically, like, there's a virus, come and find us, where there's no note that has more emphasis than another. But then you can try breaking up the phrase in different places, like, there's a virus, come and find us. So that's another option. Another thing you can do is emphasize different syllables, or maybe try holding out a note. There's a virus, come and find us. You can try going up, like ascending notes, or coming down with descending notes. There's a virus, come and find us. But of course, you don't have to go straight up the scale. Just you can go up without hitting every single note, or you can come back down again, or up and then back down. These are all, again, just specific ways to try and rewrite your melody when you think you're stuck. And you can try different tempos, different time signatures, but most important, I would look at, is there something I can repeat, something I can repeat. And I also talked about, and we're almost done with our rehashing, I asked about, is there a non-lyric vocal hook, like a nonsense syllable that you can include also, like an oh, there's a virus among us, oh, come and find us, oh, and that can be super hooky. And then finally, I ended by reminding everybody to imagine that your song's success is 100% based on nailing that melody. And if you knew your wildest dream of success will come true, but only if you write the very, very best melody, how many times would you rewrite your melody? And I'm going to guarantee, if people really believed me, that your dreams are based on coming up with that incredible melody, you would not write a melody and then say, I'm done. So there, now you know everything you could possibly need to know about writing hit songs and hit melodies.
That's great. What a great synopsis. You sound a little muffly to me, and the audience is mentioning that in the chat room. Are you?
Oh, no.
Yeah, are you close to your phone?
Is it any better now?
Nah, just
because I'm
barely.
holding it right up against my mouth.
All right.
You know what? If you want, I'm trying to think if it might help if you called on a landline.
Yeah, or you know what? Put your phone on speaker for a second and talk, and let's see if that sounds better.
Okay, let me try that. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Is that any better?
Yeah, do you guys like that any better? Is a little more top end on it? I'm waiting because there's a delay.
Sure.
Yes, better. Okay, good.
Okay, good. It's better. Super.
All right.
Sorry
So,
about that. So listen, before we go any further...
oh, now it got worse again. You know what?
It's worse again?
Yeah, I'm gonna call you right back. I don't know if I don't know if I've got the landline number, and I don't want you to give it to me over
No.
the air.
Right, I'm sure you don't have it. So I will email you the landline number right now,
Okay,
and
I'll call you back in
hopefully
3.
that's better.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Jace. Ah, the wonders of technology. Let me get my email open. Come on, Jason. Send me that number. Meanwhile, how about if we auction off Jason's landline number to the highest bidder? Oh, man. Come on, Jason. I'm waiting. Talk about dead air. This is like watching paint dry. Don't know why it's not coming through. Okay, to send him a text. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Got it. Okay. Uh-huh.
Take 2.
Oh, right.
Is this any better?
Yeah, way better. Let me adjust my levels here because I was a little overcompensating before. All right, we are back in action. Yay.
Yay. What I was going to say before I was so rudely interrupted, I was going to say that I have judged a lot of contests, and I'm not joking. This was one of the toughest things for me to pick between because there were so many really well done songs, so many that were just, people are so talented And it frankly reminded me how lucky I am to have been in the right place at the right time, because there are just so many talented people out there. And I wish all of you a lot of success, because you deserve it. This was tough. You all did great work.
Well, I'm always proud of our members. Every year at the end of the road rally, people who, like people like yourself or Ralph Murphy or Rob Shirelli, the people who are kind of the regulars at the road rally, always come up to me and say, man, oh man, I'm not telling you this to make you feel better, Michael, but the music gets better every year. So hats off to our members, because they take this stuff seriously.
Awesome.
Yep. All right. So proceed, sir.
Well, are we listening to the different songs?
Yeah. Do you want to play them on your end and just talk while they're playing, or play, right after?
Sure, I can. I'm not sure if it would sound better. I guess it wouldn't matter. I'm gonna have to bring up the link. Give me a second to get back to it. Okay, let's just see what I got here. We're going to listen in the order that they showed up on the link.
Okay.
And the very first one is by Christopher Jones, and it's titled Baby There's a Virus. Now, again, for anybody who didn't hear this the last time, the challenge was to write the killer melody that goes with There's a Virus, Come and Find Us. So this is Christopher Jones.
I'll get him to fix this audio.
I just want to listen one more time. I've got a reason. Give me 2 seconds.
Also, it's very low volume-wise.
Oh, I can... Whoop, that's not the one I'm trying to get to. Here we go. Let's try again. Louder. Okay. Was that better?
Yeah, it was. Ariana saying maybe I should play it on my end, but then it'll be coming through my laptop speakers about 2 feet away from the microphone. But I can try. Go ahead and talk, and I'll see if I can locate the...
What I was going to say is what this one did that it's got going for it that worked so well is starting right off with that, what I call the nonsense syllable, the non-lyric vocal. It's super hooky, super catchy. I think Christopher did a terrific job on this one. You ready to play the next one?
Sure. Go ahead. Do it on your end. I'm still searching for the email.
Okay. The next one that I've got is from Robert Valacourse, who I have met at a workshop before. Really good work. Very, very well written. I think you did everything right, and you wrote a really strong one. I'm very impressed. So, big old bravo to Robert.
Yay.
How's it going on your end? Should I play the next one?
Absolutely. And by the way, you're going to pick one of these as the best and then give whoever the winner is a link to one of your workshops, online workshops. Is that how it's working?
Yes, what they are is I have 4 different lectures. One deals with melody, one deals with lyrics, one deals with taking care of business, and the other one is placing music in TV and films. And all together, 4 of them pretty much equal like an entire intensive workshop with me, because the creative ones, the melody and the lyric ones, include actual exercises where I would give, an example of a tool melodically or lyrically, and then say, okay, turn off the recording now and you try it. And then the other 2, the business and the placing music and TV and film ones, include actual resource lists or in one instance, a contract that you print out or download. So whoever wins this is going to get the entire set of 4.
Wow.
And the next one up is by Ed, and I'm not sure if he pronounces it Smarin, something like that. Well, however he says it, it sure is good. Let's listen.
There's a virus coming back. It's not very hard. There's a virus coming back. Americans let down her guard. Jerry and Susan want new hair too. Jerry wants some back tattoo. Come on, take it. What the hell have we got to lose? Our world comes from the Fox News. The death toll climbs exponentially. Venture capital stock for the economy. Maybe America is dead. Land of the free. Come on, patriots, let's die for the S&P. There's a virus coming by me. It's not very hard. There's a virus coming by me. America, let down the guard. The streets.
Ed did such a fabulous job on this lyric. I hate turning it off because he did the entire song. It's over 3 minutes long, and bravo on not just the whole song, but the lyric is really well done, really edgy, very pertinent to what's going on right now. So you did a really good job on this, Ed. Next one up we're going to listen to is by Lori Wynn.
Hey, Jason.
And called A New Chapter of You.
I've got the playlist in front of me. Let me try and play it from here and see how it goes.
Okay, great. Let's see if that sounds better.
There's a virus, come and find us. Oh yeah, we need somebody to guide us. It tried to hide us and divide us. Oh, but instead it unified us. And we deal when the world have frozen, try to heal what COVID has stolen. Windows are open, be ready to build up from the broken and write a new chapter of you. Write a new chapter of you. Here's your chance of breaking through. Write a new chapter of you.
Okay, there you go. You still there?
Okay. Are your listeners being able to hear that well? Because I can barely hear it at
Oh,
all, but I know
really?
what the songs sound like already.
All right, yeah, they can hear it fine, and because
Great.
it's coming out of my laptop, I can't move the laptop without messing up my video shot. I've tried to get
Gotcha.
here. Let me try and get the microphone closer.
Oh, you don't have to worry about it for me because I've already heard all the songs.
Well, I'm gonna try my best. All right, so yeah, it should be better now. All right, so go ahead and comment, please.
Okay. I love this, and part of what made it so special for me is the completely fresh, unexpected notes, those sort of bends that go up, using a lot of range. I think one of the biggest problems people run into melodically is, especially if they're writing to an existing track or to an existing chord progression, they wind up just sort of following the chord changes, and what they sing along with that is perfectly fine. There's no rub, no dissonance, but so often there's no wow. Whereas this, to me, sounded wow. It sounded to me like, I'm not saying that it was self-conscious, but that there was real thought that went into the melody, and it just totally jumped out of the pile for me, and went, like I said, wow. So bravo, Laurie.
Nice. All right. Let me back up a little here. And whoops. This one is There's a Virus, Come and Find Us by Darren Moss.
There's a virus, come and find us. 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 Come and find us, yeah. Come and find us, yeah. Come and find us. Come and find us. There's a virus, come and find us. There's a virus, come and find us, yeah.
All right. What say you, Jason?
I couldn't hear it at all. I'm
you're
really
kidding.
sorry.
And
How
that
about
was-
if I listen to just a little tiny piece on my end so I can comment again?
All right. Wow, what a bummer.
There's a virus, come and find us. 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 Come and find us, yeah. Come and find us, yeah. Come and find us. Come and find us. There's a virus.
My favorite thing is what we just listened to at the end. That high part I found so catchy, so hooky. I say total props for using the stutter, but for me it was a little too much. In this instance, it was, I don't know what makes something too much or not enough. It's just a gut sense. So I think that you did everything right on this, but my favorite part is where you went at the end, going up to the unexpected note and all of that repetition. That's what sticks in my brain.
All right. So the next one is Virus Find Us. This is by Tony Salazzo.
Yes.
There's a virus coming, find us. 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 There's a virus coming, find us.
And there you go. Whoops.
Cool. That was Tony, is that correct?
Hang on. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I lost control of my computer. Go ahead, Jason. You're on, Jason.
Okay. Tony, really, really good job on this. The almost like computer-like or robot-like stutter thing, I think is very cool, very catchy, really effective. Good work on that.
Okay. Next up, I know last time we had a problem with YouTube hearing the VIRUS word so often, but they're going to hear it a lot today. This next one is called There's a Virus, Come and Find Us, and this is by Dan Weber.
Virus, virus, there's a virus, come and find us. Virus, virus, sneaking up behind us, you better come and find us. Virus, virus, there's a virus, come and find us. Virus, virus.
Whoops, horn.
It's a virus.
I'm sorry. I've got too many screens going here. All right. Could you
Give me
hear?
a second to listen to it on my end because I can't hear anything that you're playing.
That's
so just
so-
a second.
All right. Weird.
Virus, virus, there's a virus, come and find us. Virus, virus, sneaking up behind us, you better come and find us. Virus, virus, there's a virus, come and find us. Virus, virus.
You know, I almost defy anybody to not remember that hook. It's really memorable. The did it. Really, really good work, Dan. Very good work on that.
Okay. And next up, we've got. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Ove Shai.
It's a virus, come and find us. Hit us with all that you got, but you ain't gonna win. No, you ain't gonna win. There's a virus, come and find us. Hit us with all that you got, 'cause we're not giving in. No, we're not giving in. There's a virus, come and find us. Hit us with all that you got, 'cause we're not giving in. No, we're not giving in.
Nice.
It is. You know, you did everything right on this. I'm going to listen to it, a little piece on my end, just one more time.
There's a virus, come and find us. Hit us with all that you got, but you ain't gonna win. No, you ain't gonna win. There's a virus, come and find us. Hit us with all that you got, but we're not giving in.
You know, there was only one thing I wanted to suggest because it's really strong. Because we're not giving in right at that spot. I wanted us to go up high because we're not. I can't sing it because we're not giving. And then some unexpected note, you know, like a, because we're not giving in. And not singing your key, but, or too many others. But anyhow, you did a very good job on this. It's very catchy, very memorable. You know what? There's not a dog in the bunch here. You know, you all did a really, really good job on this, and I'm impressed.
Awesome. All right. Next up, we have Nancy Kalel.
There's a virus, 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 virus. Come and find us, find us, find us, find us. There's a virus, 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 virus. There's a virus. Come and find us.
Yay.
And I'm listening again on my end.
Okay.
There's a virus, 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 virus. Come and find us, find us, find us, find us. There's a virus, 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 virus. There's a virus, come.
I mean, you are doing everything right, Nancy. You got that really catchy and then you've got the repetition in the rhythm of there is a virus, come and find us. Really good work. I'm telling you, y'all made my work really hard here.
All right. Well, let's have another one.
That's why I'm going to let Michael pick the winner. No, I'm kidding.
No, you're not. I'm too close to all these folks to be objective.
Oh.
There's a Virus by Rose Winters.
I'm ready, I'm steady, you can't hold me back. United we stand, we're staying on track. Emboldened, unreeling, we won't bend and break. And if you think you've won, you made a great mistake. Your power has ended, you're over and out. You think you're the kingdom, the ruler.
like that little medical vibe on the keyboard part. It's cool.
Oh, yeah. I like everything about it. I think that Rose did such a fantastic job on this. It just sounds great. And I want you to know, I refuse to take more than 80% of the income from any of these. But really, terrific job, Rose. I mean, so strong, so strong.
That's right. Don't forget, I wrote the lyric, so leave some for me.
This is true. This is true.
All right.
But I was in the room. So that's
right.
Word for a third.
That's right, our first collab. All right, the next one is called Virus, and it's by Angela with no last name. So here we go.
Cue the virus that's looking to find us.
That's all the volume I've got.
Mm-hmm.
Let it know it's not gonna take us down.
A cappella.
I stand here and I call your bluff. I'm betting the answers will be found. That's right. Cue the virus that's looking to find us. Let it know it's not gonna take us down.
All right.
Damn.
I'm listening again on my side to that one.
Yeah.
Cue the virus that's looking to find us. Let it know it's not gonna take us down. I stand here and I saw your...
Okay, I'm remembering what I had thought when I listened to this. Angela, good work, but I think you can make it even stronger by being really conscious of incorporating repetition by having some of your phrases, your melodic phrases, phrase the same way, the same rhythms, and you do that by having the same number of syllables in the lines. Just like there's a virus, come and find us, and your lines have some different numbers of syllables. Doesn't mean they don't sound good. I just think it could be catchier if you try and incorporate some more repetition in the vocal melody.
Okay, I'm rearranging my screens here because I've got too much stuff going on. I can't see my chat room. I can't see my face.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's the worst part, not seeing my face. Oh, my goodness. I've known 10 years. I've never done an episode without seeing my face. All right, this one, There's a Virus, Come and Find Us by Igor Gordienko.
There's a virus, whoa, now baby, come and find us, oh yeah, we're ready for it.
Good work. The only thing I would recommend is I thought the little, oh, now baby, that thing after the first phrase was really catchy and hooky. I want to hear it again after the second phrase. Good work. And I think that means we've just got one last one by Poppy Paul.
That's right, and this one's called COVID by Poppy Paul. Here we go.
COVID virus, come and find us. We got tequila in our boiling blood. No. Take a shot, there's nothing stopping us. No. COVID virus, come and find us. This is like medicine to rebel heart. We will listen to the guys in charge. Arsenic bug hitting us, medical submitting us, no fear of COVID-19. We carry it with a smile.
Awesome. All right, that was COVID by
Okay.
Poppy Paul.
And that one made me smile inside. It made me laugh. It was so much fun. It was so original and so many hooks all over the place. It reminded me of an instance where, I can't remember when it was, maybe 6 months ago. I teach a lot in Norway at their version of Berkeley School of Music, and it is, it's just the most amazing experience because my students there, it's so competitive, and I just have like the best of the best to work with. very young, they're college age, and half of them at least either already had publishing deals or record deals. A lot of them had been on their version of The Voice and whatever. Anyway, what I'm saying is Poppy Paul's song reminded me of something that they did on an assignment when they were asked to write what's called German Schlager songs, which are these just sort of fun songs intended to work for every generation. They say they're all about melody, and they want it to be something that makes people just feel good and get up and dance and smile, whether it's a 7-year-old or a grandmother. So fabulous work on that. I was so impressed. I really was.
I was actually dancing on screen for that one.
So, as I said, this was seriously like the hardest decision I've had to make in a long time. I narrowed things down to 3 finalists and 1 honorable mention.
Okay.
So, okay. And I want to tell, first I'm going to tell you, the honorable mention is going to go to Ed Smarin. And the reason he gets that, I thought the melody was really, really good, but I thought the lyric was even better. And this was supposed to be a melody assignment, and if it had been a lyric assignment, you would have won hands down. But believe me, I am in no way saying it's not a strong melody, because it is. So it was really tough for me, but Ed wins the honorable mention. Now, that leaves us with Laurie Wynn, Poppy Paul, and Rose Winters as my finalists. And I had each one of them as the winner at one different point.
Wow.
And then I would listen again and go, no, I got to make this one number 2 or this one number 3 and that one's number 1. And the bottom line is every person who did this is a winner. And certainly all of the finalists could have been the winner. But after great deliberation and drama, I am going to say that the winner is Laurie Wynn. Why? Because the notes were so fresh, so unexpected, and just jumped out of the pile and demanded attention melodically. Very creative, very fresh, but I could say the same thing for the other finalists and for everybody else. So bravo! Laurie will get, Michael will send me your email address, and you will get the codes to download all of the lessons, which you probably don't even need because you did so well.
Well, great. Congratulations.
While we're on the topic of a contest, can I share an experience that I had when I was in a contest?
Absolutely.
Okay. Gosh, I was still working a day job. I had never published anything, had never had anything happen. And I saw like a little bitty tiny ad in the back of a magazine. I guess it was Music Connection magazine, because it was definitely a music magazine, and I was in LA. And it was for a contest, and the deadline was that day. So literally, something told me I've got to enter this contest. And I rushed from my day job during my lunch break, and I sent off I guess it was a cassette in those days. So I completely forgot about it. And months later, I get a telegram from Ireland, and it didn't really make any sense at all to me, except it started with the word congratulations. And I finally figured out I won the contest to represent the U.S. in Castlebar, Ireland International Song Competition, which was like a second-rate version of Eurovision, but it was really big in Europe back then. It would have 10,000 people in the audience when it was televised, and you'd have people from, I think, at least 12, maybe 14 different countries competing. And I had been chosen to represent the U.S. Now, I cannot begin to tell you how huge this was because nothing had ever happened for me up to this point in my lack of a career. And what was really incredible is they were paying for me to come, all expenses paid, to Ireland.
Wow.
To perform my song on live television. It was going to go out all over Europe. So this was just like beyond belief. And I got there. Now, if anybody watches or has seen Eurovision, you know that these are huge productions with like unbelievable singers. You've had, these people go on to be top stars, or a country will send their top star to perform in Eurovision, and they'll have dance numbers and these huge productions. I didn't understand that that's the way these kind of things worked. So I go on with nothing but my acoustic guitar, and I sing this little lullaby when everybody else has these big disco production numbers.
Oh, no.
Now, it's time to announce the winners. And this is European television all over the place, and they are not just going to say, the top 3 are blah, blah, blah. No, no, no. They're going to assign a numerical score value to each country's entry. So they're going down in order, I don't remember if it was alphabetical, but in order of performance. And it's like, from Sweden, a 93, from, Romania, an 87, from, the Czech Republic, 96, and everything is up way, way, way that high. Ladies and gentlemen, from the United States, Jason Blume, 37.
Oh, no.
Now,
Man.
no other country scored below a 70. And I am on live television, so humiliated, so just devastated. I want to just die. I just want to crawl off the stage and crawl in a pit someplace and die. So now I come back to the U.S. and all my friends are like, wow, how was it? Where's the video? Can we see the video? I'm like, no, there's no video.
Right, they don't have cameras in Europe.
I mean, the last thing I wanted was for anybody to see this. I was devastated, really devastated. So why am I telling you this story when there's just been a contest? Because I became the most successful writer in the history of the Castle Bar International Songwriting Competition. It took years and years, more than 10 years after that, before I became successful. But my point is, I know it's disappointing when we don't win something, but the fact that you don't win one particular thing has no bearing on how successful you may very well be tomorrow or 10 years from now. So I always love to share that story because I think it's so important to remember that if we're doing this because we love it and we're in it for the long haul, there are going to be a lot of devastating disappointments, way more of them than anything positive. And I think we just have to accept that and have, simultaneously the tough skin of an armadillo and the tender heart of an artist. And it's not easy to do. So I wanted to sort of, end with everybody hearing that just because you didn't win today doesn't mean you're not a winner.
That's right. And you are not, you're honest, forthright, direct, and supportive, but you're not the kind of guy, I've known you for, 20 years or better. You're not somebody that gives out participation medals either. You'll be honest with people. So I appreciate all your kind words about our contestants today. And thank you guys. It takes a lot of courage to submit something for, especially when you're playing it for your peers, people that you know in the chat room, and it's going out on Taxi TV, and so a lot of courage, a lot of props. And Jason, I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. It was a lot of fun, very educational. Somebody, Robert Vellacourt says, ask Jason to tell the diarrhea story. Sounds like a crappy ending, but maybe you should go for it. We got 4 minutes left.
Okay. It's that when I wrote Dear Diary, and then Britney Spears got involved in it, and she became a co-writer because she had a different ending in her mind for the song. She had never written a song before. Well, then, after we co-wrote that last verse that was her idea, my job was to, record her vocal on a demo. And she has that, that breathy thing that, at the end of a line, oh, baby, baby, that sort of hangs over with the breath at the end of a line that makes her so distinctive. So here she is singing Dear Diary, and what I'm hearing is, Dear Diary. And she's got this at the end of it, and I'm thinking, oh my God, it sounds like she's singing diarrhea. And I don't want to say this to her. She's already a superstar at this point. This is after Hit Me Baby One More Time has already come out.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm trying to be tactful. And I said, well, can we get that again? Really, it sounds incredible. It's fabulous, but just give me one more, just one more. And again, I'm hearing, Dear Diary. And I'm like, oh my God, I am hearing my career go down the toilet, because if she sings Dear Diarrhea, it's going to sound like shit, and I'm not going to get a cut on this album that could buy me a house very easily.
This is great.
And I finally had to say to her, can you just cut it right off at the end? Because if you sing diarrhea, it's going to sound like shit. Well, we were laughing so hard, but she's a hard worker, and trust me, I got Dear Diary end. So that's the end of the story, and there's my Britney diarrhea story. Yes.
Yeah, that's an awesome story. Pretty hysterical. I would have loved to have been in the control room with you, looking at your face when you heard diarrhea come out of her mouth.
God.
Classic.
And the thing, to be honest, it wasn't once or twice. I just kept asking her, well, just give me one more. Just let's do the whole verse. So I really heard that coming through probably 7 times.
Oh, man.
Yeah. The stories, Michael. The stories we could tell.
The next time you're back, I want to hear the cat food story. And once again, man, thank you so much for doing this. I mean,
you're so welcome, and thank you everybody who did this and who joined. Even just listening, but everybody who did this, you did such a great job. Take care. Good luck.
Well,
I'm hanging up.
Before you go, you still there?
Yeah.
Give out your website info so people can go learn more about you if they're new to the show and don't know.
It's pretty easy. It's www.jasonblume, JASONBLUME.com. And there are more than 60 articles that you can access for free. You don't have to join. You don't have to sign up. And they're lessons that I've done for BMI's magazines. So like I said, at least 60 of them. And a lot of them are interviews. Other ones are melody or lyric lessons. They cover anything you could want to know. So thanks for reminding me on that, Michael.
My pleasure.
Hope it helps everybody. Take care now. Bye.
Bye, Jason. All right. Well, that was fun, and congratulations, Lori. It was only 8 likes. No, you guys smash that like button and smash the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. I keep forgetting to remind you guys to do that. But congratulations, Lori, and thank you to all who participated in that, because it takes a lot of courage to put your music out there, especially in this scenario where you're submitting something that's extremely raw. Anyway, that was a lot of fun, very educational. Jason's always got a great story, so I'm glad he wrapped up. Thank you for asking for the diarrhea story, whoever that was. It was repetitive, right? Dear diarrhea, diarrhea, diarrhea. Oh, YouTube is not going to put this one up. Zuma Dog says, my generation had Janis Joplin. Now we got Britney and Ariana. Yeah. Tell me about it. All right. Tomorrow, I have no idea what we're doing, but we'll be right back here at 4 o'clock for the Friday afternoon Quarantini happy hour. Thank you all for watching. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. See you mañana, kids. Bye-bye.